What up, donkeys? JackAce from JackAce.com here again with another roulette system. This one is called RUMPLE STILL SKIN, and yes, that's how it's spelled. Don't blame me. This is how they spelled it on the CEG Dealer School's review of this system. It's a pretty simple system, just 6 bets, 6 corner bets. Average bet is $150 per spin. The buy-in for this system is supposed to be $2,500. That gives you a lot of ammunition to get the system going for you. They gave this system a peach. This is before they had the current high tier of Grapefruit. So technically it's their highest tier. I gave it something less. I think I gave it a D. And I'll show you why later, because there's a better way, an easier way to bet this system. It's not exactly the same numbers, but let's just go ahead and get started. So this is a $25 bet, and you bet 6 corners. And they're in a zigzag pattern across the felt. And basically, if you hit any of these corners, you're going to win $75. So we started this session with $145,000, and we're making a $150 bet. And let's spin.
No more bets.
So in case you're unaware, the corner bets pay 8 to 1. So on your $25 bet, you're going to win $200. You're going to lose $125 on the 5 losing bets. So let's go ahead and rebet. Hit
No
spin.
more bets.
We did hit. We hit a 17. One thing I don't like about these kind of patterns is that you're always trying to figure out what numbers hit and which numbers are whacks. Here we hit 33, and that's a whack. So I'm going to rebet and spin.
No more bets.
So basically, whatever your bet is, you're going to win half of that. And you can scale this system up or down. You can use nickels instead of quarters. If you scale it down to nickels, that's going to be, 6 times 5, which is a $30 bet. And you're going to win $15 at a time.
No more
So
bets.
whatever you scale up to or down to, whatever your total bet is, you're going to win half of that back. So if you scaled it up to a $300 bet, you'd win $150. That was a hit, 34.
No more bets.
Pretty simple system. I'll just do it a couple times. And we are playing on a single zero wheel, which only has a 2.7% house advantage.
No more bets.
Normally, when CEG reviews their roulette systems, they use a double zero wheel, which has a 5.26% house advantage. And whatever you do, please do not play on a triple zero wheel. Avoid it at all costs. The house edge for that is 7.69%, which is horrible.
No more bets.
So we just hit 24, which is a miss. So basically with this system, you have 13 whacks. Let's go ahead and spin.
No more bets.
$14, that's a hit. Another $75. We're currently up 2 bets or 2 $75 wins. The whacks for this system, I'll show you right here. It's 1, 4, 9, 12, 13, 16, 21, 24, 25, 28, 33, and 36. So you're going to have to play this a couple times to memorize those numbers so you know right away whether you win or lose.
No more bets.
This system didn't say anything about martingale, so you're just going to flat bet this $150 bet every spin.
No more bets.
Pretty simple system. What I don't like is, you have to figure out which numbers are hitting, which numbers are whacks. Later on, I'm going to show you a statistically congruent version of this system where you bet, some amount of money and win half of it back. A lot easier to bet only 2 bets as opposed to 6. And a lot easier to remember which numbers win and which numbers don't.
No more bets.
31, I believe that's a hit.
No more bets.
So you're covering 6 times 4, which is 24 numbers. That's a little bit less than 2/3 of the wheel. It would be exactly 2/3 of the wheel if there were no 0.
No more bets.
So I think a lot of people like this system because there's so many numbers that you're covering. The people who watch these roulette system videos, they tend to like bets where you cover a lot of the field. You get a lot of small rewards, but
No
I
more
think
bets.
betting 2/3 of the wheel is a pretty good compromise. You're not going to fall down an elevator shaft when you miss. And when you hit, you win a decent size. Half your bet is pretty good as far as most roulette systems I've seen go.
No more bets.
So you can see this system and all the details of it and the spin-by-spin results from CEG's video on my website. It's at JackAce.com, obviously. And on my site, JackAce.com, I have a bunch of other different tools that you can use to analyze any bets you might want to make. Look at what the payouts are, look at what the expected value is of your loss, and look at what kind of comp value you will get on a spin-by-spin basis.
No more bets.
So 13, that's a whack. So right now we're up 300, that's 4 $75 units. And I'm going to switch to a different version of this system, one that is statistically congruent. What I mean by that is that when you play it over time, you're going to go through the same types of fluctuations as you will with this system. And the version of that system is real easy. I'm just going to bet 75 on the first 12 and 75 on the second 12.
No more bets.
And this is a $150 bet. And when you win, you are going to win $75. Obviously, this is a lot easier to bet. It's just 2 bets. Another thing that's good about this is that you don't have to figure out whether or not you hit the number that you covered. If it's 1 through 24, you're going to win. So let's go ahead and rebet that.
No more bets.
$30, that's outside of the 1 through 24 range, so that's a loss.
No more bets.
And I have another video that talks about similar and congruent roulette systems, and you should watch that video if you have any problems understanding what I'm talking about when I say this is statistically congruent or statistically the same as the Rumple Still Skin
No more
system.
bets.
Basically, if you sort the 37 possible results by the worst outcome up to the highest win, that list is going to look identical to Rumpelstiltskin. So Rumpelstiltskin and this system are going to be the same in terms of you're going to have 150 losses on 13 numbers. You're going to have $75 wins on 24 numbers. So in that sense, when you play either system over time, the fluctuations are going to look pretty similar.
No more bets.
So here we have $150 split amongst 24 numbers. That is about $6 of equity on each number.
No more bets.
And we're going to do this one more time with these dozens, and I'm going to show you another way you can bet this system. And that is just betting the columns. So here we're just betting columns 1 and 2. And we're going to spin.
No
So if we hit a number that's a multiple of 3, we lose, including 0. That is not a multiple of 3. 16 is not a multiple of 3, so we win. So again, This is a lot easier to determine did I win or lose without having to look at the felt.
No more bets.
Another reason for using this type of change. So yeah, 32, not a multiple of 3.
No more bets.
Go ahead and spin. Okay. So I think I'm going to end my trial here. We are up $300. That is a total of 4 bets, 4 $75 wins. I gave this original system, I believe, a D, just because I don't like betting those 6 bets. I'd rather just make 2 bets. It's a lot easier to do, a lot easier to process whether you won or lost. With the revisions, I think, you know, I would give this a grapefruit, an A, or B, a peach, somewhere in between. What I don't like about it, I think, which is why I would give it a B, is that, yeah, you have to basically inch yourself up into a big win. If you want to win, you're just going to have to grind this out and have a lot of small wins that outnumber the wax. So with this system, you have to win a little bit of money a lot to walk away ahead a big winner, and you have to avoid the 13 wax. Our session win is 300. We hit 20% of the time, we missed 80% of the time. Anyway, let me know what you think of this system. Let me know if you want me to review any systems that you are a fan of. If you enjoy this, please remember to like and subscribe. Always gamble responsibly, and peace out, donkeys.